Sun Lakes. I'm Anita Lawrence, your Good Day Sun Lakes host, and I'd like to welcome you to Coffee with the GM for the month of April. Christopher Mitchell, the Sun Lakes General Manager, is here to discuss topics of interest to the community. Good morning.
Good morning to this cozy corner. We're kind of trying out a new thing with the bar stools and the table, and they're close together. And it's beautiful. Spring is in the air. It's beautiful outside. People are walking. I've been walking around as well, checking out on different properties and everything. And pools are going to start opening, so it's really a beautiful time.
And the flowers this year are just amazing. They're so beautiful.
Except if you have allergies, and that could be an issue. But that's another story for another time.
Yeah. Well, we have a number of topics to discuss this morning, so let's get started.
Perfect.
The very first thing is the election for the board of directors was held on April 10th, and 3 candidates were elected. Can you talk about that, please?
Yes, so we have 3 new board members that were elected. Gary Burkle was reelected. Sandra Gutnick was elected, and Joe Ganino was elected. Both Gary and Sandra will have 2-year terms, while Joe is a 1-year term that fills for Randy's position remaining term. And so that is those are the 3 additions to the board, along with Bob Walter and Don Day. The bylaws and CC&R amendment was approved.
Yes.
The IRS ruling 70-604 was approved, and that's really just a tax filing approval, but it will be helpful down the road when we file the tax returns. So it was very good. I think a lot of delegates, and you're a delegate as well, and a lot of members saw that there wasn't a lot of turnout. There was 12, 13 districts that didn't meet quorum. It's like 49, less than 50% turnout. Tammy Morgan, everyone knows Tammy. She's been here forever, it seems like. And she recounted that this is probably the worst turnout she's ever seen. And she's worked here for, ladies and gentlemen, 30 plus years. So I don't know how to improve it, either through, we have a longer process now under Davis Sterling that says your election process starts in, late November, December. And just maybe people were just tired of elections, period, whether it was a national election or a state election, local. Maybe people were just tired. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world with tariffs and prices going up, etc. And so maybe that led to it. I don't know, but it was the lowest turnout. And so we'll see. Hopefully next year we have more turnout.
Yes. Well, we'll work on that.
Mm-hmm.
All of Sun Lake's dining venues reopened on April 7th under CCL Hospitality.
Yes, they did.
Will you talk about how members can email CCL?
Right. So we've created a new button. If you go to the main page of sunlakescc.com, go to the main page right underneath the picture. There are some buttons. The message to management button is there, but right next to it is now a button called food and beverage message to food and beverage management. And what that will do, is allow members who may have some concerns, questions, or suggestions about food items to go and submit their question or comment through the website, and it gets directly emailed to CCL. So it doesn't go through Jason or myself. It goes directly to CCL, who's managing the food and beverage operations. So it's a great way to directly communicate. If you don't want to fill out anything at the table or while you're dining, go back later, you think of something, go ahead, go to the main website, and it's message to food and beverage management.
All right. Okay. Well, for HOA issues, can members continue to use the message to management?
Yes, we will still use that. They will still be located in, main website page, message to management, on the app, and also for those, and we've seen an increase actually in members writing out message to management comments. There's a little box at the reception desk at the main clubhouse. You have the forms there, fill it out, drop it in. We do log those internally. You may not get an answer because what we're trying to do is log. There's been an uptick in comments, concerns, and so what we do is log it and then create either a work order, or if it's a recreation issue, follow up with recreation to follow up on this. So they are helpful. We ask that members continue to use those to communicate HOA issues.
Okay. Well, here's a big topic: Sun Lakes gift cards and script. CCL will not be able to accept the old Sun Lakes gift cards or scripts. Can you explain what residents should do if they have either gift cards or script?
So, unfortunately, CCL, as you said, would not be able to accept the script or the gift cards. But gift cards and script are still allowed in the Pro Shop. Now, for those members who, and we've seen members who do not wish to spend any of their gift cards in gift card funds in the Pro Shop, members can now go to the administration building. They can turn in their gift card, and the management team there will process a check to basically redeem the unused amount on your gift card. So it takes about a week and a half to process those checks. So it's an option for members who don't want to use their gift card in the Pro Shop, that they're able to go in and redeem it for money, basically through the administration office. Now with script, though, script unfortunately you have to use it in the Pro Shop. We cannot redeem those for any monetary value, unfortunately. So you will need to use that in the Pro Shop, either the North Clubhouse, North Pro Shop, or the main Pro Shop. There's a lot of fabulous items that David has there. Also starting to stock more pickleball items as well. So options for the people. Hey, visit your Pro Shop. Maybe you want to use those funds on the gift card or your script for that.
All right. Can you talk about the phone system upgrade?
Yes. Okay. So the phone system upgrade, this is something that actually Randy Robbins, when he was on the board, felt was very important, and I agree with. We didn't, under the old system, have a real good option to track phone calls. Did the member leave a message or did they not? Was the call returned, the call lengths, etc. And that's kind of hampered our customer service, because I know members would say they've called, but no message was left on the voicemail. So, or they would say there was a message left. Nonetheless, Randy thought it was a great idea to improve customer service with the members and investigate phone systems, modern day phone systems. And so the board approved that, I believe, at the March meeting to replace the internal phone systems. And so those phones will then have the customer service aspect of tracking, etc. But one of the key things that we're going to look at is that there is some redundancy, meaning that if the Spectrum system goes down, there's a redundancy that we can then use the Verizon system to conduct phone calls and everything. It's critical because we have the front gate, we have the recreation, and it's really hard when Spectrum goes down. Can't reach the front gate. People can't call in their guests, and there's kind of a grinding to the halt of free movement in and out of the gate. So that was one thing we're going to be improving, is the redundancy, having a backup so those phone systems stay active all the time. And so that is a big change. I'd like to thank Randy for spearheading it, and this board for approving it in March. And hopefully everything will be finalized by the end of May. So that's what we're looking for.
Okay. What progress has been made on improving the acoustics in the lounge?
Okay, so we are aware, and again, ask for the members' patience. It took a while to get the sprinkler approval from the city of Banning. And so what we'll have is the sprinklers. If you go to the lounge and you look up and you see that dome there, there's some sprinklers there. And you cannot put anything in front of or below those sprinklers that obstruct the flow of water. And so what we'll have to do is extend those sprinklers down and then get panels with a little hole in it for the sprinkler, and those will be installed. Now, the city of Banning has approved the sprinklers. The panels that will go in there have been secured. They're in a warehouse waiting to be installed, and the work will begin after Charity Week. And the reason we're doing that, and the board decided to do it at that time, is the veranda will be open. And so we don't have to shut down the lounge again, do the work, and members can't utilize their facility. With the veranda being open, and utilized in June, they can cordon off the lounge, do the work, but members will still be allowed to enjoy alcohol and food on the veranda. So it should be wrapped up by the end of June, that project. So looking forward to that.
Okay, me too.
Yeah.
Street repaving has begun in the community. Can you talk about what is being repaired?
Okay, so in districts 14, 19, 20, and 21, they're focusing on millwork, pave the areas, some of the concrete sidewalk and gutter work. That is what is going on right now in those districts, and that will be hopefully finalized by the end of April.
Okay.
Then we will have to have do another RFP to have a vendor come out and do a slurry seal on other areas of the community. Slurry seals you need to do when it's warmer, not when it's rainy and cold. We were able to do the mill work now, the grind and all that now, but the slurry seal needs to happen in a warmer time. So once this work is done, then we'll begin working, evaluating which of the streets are worse and address those, get an RFP out, and that will happen later in the summer.
Okay. All right. We have had a very cold spring.
Yes.
Has there been any progress on replacing the automatic doors at the main clubhouse?
So there has been a little bit of progress. The board is still evaluating, are they going to do a sliding door that is similar to from the lounge to the veranda, or are they going to do an accordion door, which is down at the south clubhouse if you use that area, and that can be a wider opening with the accordion, which I think might be the option. There's also options are, do you use the black steel? Do you use a wood paneling to kind of maintain that look? Those are items that will be discussed at the board, actually coming up at the meeting in April at the executive session, get direction from the board what they would like to do. So that is still on the table. We're still working on it.
Okay. All right. I know I had to bring my blanket the last time I was working there.
Everyone who has
lobby.
to sell something in the lobby, or if you're the receptionist there, you either freeze or you burn up during the summer.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Okay. New weight equipment has been installed in the South Clubhouse workout room. Can you tell residents about this new equipment?
Yes, I think we talked about it at the last admin update, but there's a double stack cable machine that is down there. And Jason Ewalls, who assistant general manager, will be working with the vendor to schedule a time for an expert, a trainer, to come out and help train the members. And so the idea is with that new equipment, maybe people feel uncomfortable, they don't know, but there will be scheduled times, and Recreation will put that little schedule out. There will be somebody here to teach you how to use this equipment. So look forward to that. And we'll also probably add something on Good Day Sun Lakes, letting people know about that. But that should be coming very soon. We haven't scheduled that yet.
Okay. Are there any other new projects in the works?
So there are several projects that have carried over from prior years, that being golf course bunkers, the last 9 that were on the championship course that need to be done. There's other projects looking at irrigation, implementation of governance model. That was something that had been started and then stopped, and now looks like we're going to go back to that. And also with the new board there, the board's going to decide kind of what they want to do, maybe a strategic plan, working on that. What do they want for the next 2 years to see? Right now, the new board just sat, and so we're going to be having the first meeting, official business, at April, and so we'll get guidance of what new projects are coming. And then, members, you can always look. The management report that I do has a little section on projects within it, so members can go and see what projects management's working on through the direction of the board, or initiatives that the board has. And so keep an eye out for that.
And maybe we can remind residents that if they can't get to the open session in person, they can watch it on Channel 97.
Yes, you can.
Live.
Yeah.
And later it will be replayed on Good Day Sun Lakes.
Indeed. You're exactly right.
Well, I don't have any more questions today. Is there anything else you want to cover before we wrap this up?
Well, I think, again, it's a beautiful time out there at Sun Lakes and Banning here. Get out there, walk, golf, have fun. Life's too short. We have to remember that. But it's a beautiful time, and I'd like to thank you for, again, hosting this Coffee with the GM.
All right, my pleasure. Thank you for joining us today. If you have a question or topic that you would like to see covered, there's, again, as Chris mentioned earlier, there's 3 different ways you can submit your questions. You can do it on the Sun Lakes website, and you can go to sunlakescc.com. And once you're into your account, select Message to Management. It's very easy to put in there and send it off. There's a box at the receptionist desk where you can handwrite your concern or question, and you can also send it via the Sun Lakes app that I've got it on my phone. So if you don't, you might look and see about downloading that. So I hope we've been able to answer some of your questions or concerns this morning, and we look forward to getting together again the next time for Coffee with the GM. I'm Anita Lawrence, your Good Day Sun Lakes host.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.